It was called Unsinkable, a floating palace of steel, luxury, and human ambition. But in the cold, unforgiving waters of the North Atlantic, history proved otherwise. This is the story of the Titanic, not just a ship, but a symbol of pride, tragedy, and the stark reminder of our limits against nature. April 10th, 1912. The RMS Titanic departs from Southampton, England, on her maiden voyage to New York. She is the largest and most luxurious ship the world has ever seen. Nearly 900 feet long, with grand staircases, lavish dining rooms, and state-of-the-art technology. Titanic was a floating city of over 2,200 souls, wealthy elites, hopeful immigrants, families chasing a new life in America. But behind the grandeur was a fatal flaw, not in the ship's design, but in the mindset of those who believed it invincible. Multiple iceberg warnings had been received, yet Titanic charged ahead at full speed. Why? Pressure to make headlines, confidence, arrogance. At 11:40 p.m. on April 14th, the lookout spots an iceberg dead ahead. The ship turns, but it's too late. Within hours, the mighty Titanic begins to die. There were only enough lifeboats for about half on board. Women and children first became the order, though not always the reality. Among the horror were acts of heroism. People faced certain death with dignity, defiance, or quiet resolve. At 2:20 a.m., April 15th, 1912, Titanic slips beneath the waves. Over 1,500 people perish. It remains one of the deadliest peacetime maritime disasters in history. Her broken hull rests 2.5 miles beneath the sea, silently telling a story the world would never forget. The tragedy shook the world. Public outcry led to maritime reforms, including lifeboat regulations and 24-hour radio monitoring at sea. Titanic became more than a ship. It became a legend, a cautionary tale about hubris, hope, and human fragility. More than a century later, the story of Titanic still resonates, because at its heart, it's not just about a ship, it's about people, their dreams, their flaws, their fate. And so, from the depths of the Atlantic, echoes a message that time cannot silence. History isn't just written, it's remembered. Subscribe for more powerful stories from the past.